This ceasefire has only been in force for around 10 days, but it has been shaken to its core with dozens of Israeli airstrikes across Gaza over the course of Sunday local time. Israel claims Hamas fighters opened fire on Israeli troops in southern Gaza near the city of Rafah, and it launched a series of airstrikes in retaliation. Israeli attacks were also reported elsewhere in the Strip, from Khan Yunis in the south to Deir al-Balah in the centre and Gaza City and Beit Lahia in the north of the territory. Israel saying that Hamas fighters had crossed the so-called yellow line into Israeli-controlled territory. Local health authorities in Gaza say dozens of people have been killed, civilians including children among them. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his country's military would continue to hit Hamas hard if it attacked Israeli troops. Hamas insisting it is committed to the ceasefire and that it was unaware of the clashes in Rafah, which seemed to kickstart this wave of strikes, adding that it is an area under Israeli control. Some Israeli media outlets had reported that the IDF's strikes, particularly in the south, may have also been designed to protect and support local militant groups which are at odds with Hamas. Gangs such as the Abu Shabab gang, which has long been reported as being propped up and supported by Israel. Now, Israel has always been very careful in how it describes any relationship there, but a senior Israeli military official told media on Sunday afternoon local time that the Shin Bet, the intelligence agency, has been working with some groups. He said the specifics would be for the Shin Bet to respond to, but that Israel is, of course, looking for alternatives to Hamas in Gaza. Now, this is really highlighting the tension in Gaza at the moment with regards to this ceasefire. Israel accusing Hamas of breaching the deal. Hamas, in turn, accusing Israel of breaching the deal, saying it's been attacking Palestinians, it's been operating outside of that yellow line area, and it's been blocking aid coming in. We have seen reports this evening, local time, suggesting that the government was planning to block all aid entering the Strip as a result of this situation, but pressure from the Trump administration in the United States forced an about-face there. Israel has also complained that Hamas has not been handing over the bodies of all of the dead Israeli hostages as per this ceasefire deal. That was meant to happen last Monday when the 20 living hostages were freed. So far, the remains of 12 bodies have been handed over to Israeli authorities. 16 remain in Gaza. Although during these strikes, Hamas had revealed that they had found the remains of one more Israeli hostage and they were prepared to hand them over to Israeli authorities if the conditions were right. In other words, if those strikes stopped. Hamas, in turn, has also accused Israel of hypocrisy on this sort of matter, saying that the bodies of Palestinians who've been released under this deal, who've been coming in groups of a couple of dozen at a time, have been in such poor condition, have come with no identification documents and appear to have been mistreated while in Israeli custody. In Israel, funerals have continued for the dead hostages who have been returned to Israel so far, while more of the former living captives have emerged from hospital, to crowds of Israelis welcoming them home. The message from many hostage families is that while, yes, some have come home, their cause will not end until those final bodies are brought back to Israel.